all is about disrupting struggle, advancing financial freedom, and building a new American middle class. One of my favorite books by John Hope Bryant. So today we'll be reading from chapter 12, talking about elevating credit scores and empowering dreams. The United States of America, in many aspects, has lost its compass. We are grappling with meaningless divisions, fighting needless economic wars, and forgetting the shared dream that unites us all. Our salvation lies in uniting around a renewed vision for America, a vision driven by data and bound by the aspiration for financial dignity for every citizen. Our nation, much like any thriving entity, needs a well structured business plan, not one rooted solely in rhetorical and lofty idols, but one grounded in clear metrics, tangible goals, and outcomes. I believe that central to this new business plan for America is the Hope Financial Wellness Index. The Hope Financial Wellness Index was created by me and my team at Operation Hope, empowered by Experian. This tool can provide a snapshot of a community's financial health as measured by the average credit scores of its residents. At first glance, it's a tool, an index, but look closer, and it's a mirror reflecting the financial health and well-being of our neighborhoods. This index does not merely compile numbers, it marries resident credit scores with vital data on education, home ownership, income, life expectancy, and crime. It reveals the soul of our communities, making visible the invisible and unmasking the true financial challenges and potential of neighborhoods across the United States. I've hinted before at why credit scores are such an important indicator of financial health. Let me elaborate here. Credit scores don't just signal an individual's credit worthiness, they are an exceedingly precise barometer for the strength and resilience of entire communities. Raise a neighborhood average credit score by just 100 points, and you'll witness a profound transformation, a decline in crime, the blossoming of families, and an overall uplifting in community wellness. For example, we found that in 580 credit score communities, individuals live to around 61 years of age. It's important to note here that you don't collect Social Security until age 65. Now, just a mere 15 minutes away, in 700 credit score communities, people are living to 81 years or older. Think about that. 120 profit difference leads to 15 plus more years of life. In the 508 credit score community, most people have a high school degree, while in the 700 credit score community, they are college educated. In the 580 community, you find a proliferation of single parent households, irrespective of race, by the way, while in the 700 community, it's overwhelmingly two-parent households. In the 580 community, you have a very low home ownership rate, say 25% to 45%, while in the 700 credit score community, it's more than 75%. And I don't care what anyone tells you. The easiest way to build wealth in America is still home ownership. Read that line back to yourself again for maximum impact, please. And I don't care what anyone tells you. The easiest way to build wealth in America is still home ownership. Read that line back to yourself again for maximum impact, please. Don't believe the hype. I'm telling it to you straight here. Now, where do you think all the crime, drugs, and depression is centered? Which community do you think attracts all the lowest rated fast food restaurants? Don't trust me. Put this book aside. Get in your car and drive half an hour from most of your homes to an underserved area, be it black, brown, and urban or poor, white and rural, and you will see for yourself. In fact, in the 580 community, the violent crime rate is 75 by 1,000 residents, while in the 700 community, it's about 2 per 1,000 residents. Nothing changes your life more other than God or love than moving your credit score 120 points. And that's what we at Operation Hope are using the Hope Financial Wellness Index to do. And that's why I sometimes refer to as the Hope 700 Credit Score Index. Because a 700 credit score equates to financial well-being in America. The Hope Financial Wellness Index has mapped every zip code in America by credit score. Now we're working with leading financial institutions to harness the data and translate it into tangible change. We are merging data-driven strategies with grassroots education initiatives to transform low credit score neighborhoods into beacons of financial well-being. Where once stood check cashiers and payday lenders, we envision community-centric businesses, banks, and retail outlets that fortify the economic spine of neighborhoods. We are building a radical movement of common sense at scale. We are moving credit scores up 54 points in 6 months, moving debt down 3,800, and helping people to increase their savings by 1,100 on average. We are making people who earn $50,000 a year bankable. We are making it so that banks see them as valuable investments. Consider this. Why would a bank say no to a loan or investment capital request for a person earning $50,000 a year? You may think they're being racist or biased, and on occasion, they might be, but it also just might be that the person's credit score stinks, and his or her financial criteria is far from bank quality. That person needs to upgrade his or her credit score and financial situation. If someone needs help, that's what we do every day at Operation Hope. This education and support we provide has led banks and prime rate financial providers to unlock approximately $4 billion in capital flowing into underserved communities this way. By raising the credit scores of communities, we are helping banks to get out of the no business, declining loans, and back into the yes business, investing into individuals and businesses at scale, because you cannot build or rebuild any community without having a dedicated banking sector and broad-based access to capital. This is our laser focus, and this is our plan for the nation. Approximately half of Black America has a credit score below 640, according to a 2021 survey from Credit Sesame. Not poor blacks, I'm talking about college educated folks and people walking around with suits and dresses and beautiful lease cars. Everyone. And while we may think our most serious problem is police abuse, or the everyday racism we experience at a store retail counter, the truth is, this just might be worse because every day half of a black America wakes up pretty much 100% locked out of the free enterprise system. Let me be specific though. We cannot get auto loans with good rates and terms with a credit score under 640. We cannot get a prime mortgage for the home of our dreams with a credit score under 680. And we certainly aren't getting a loan to start the small businesses we've been dreaming about with a credit score below 700. FYI, unsecured small businesses are the highest risk credit extensions. But that's what I do now. If we can educate people on how to raise their credit scores from 580 to average to somewhere around 680 or better, we could stabilize America. I'm not willing this into truth. This is what the facts are. The stats and the data are telling all of us, street by street, neighborhood by neighborhood, community by community, city by city, and state by state. All boats will rise in line with their credit scores because the credit score is not only the best indicator of financial well-being, it's also the best indicator for some larger and even more important factors that we need to build a better America. 1, optimize. 2, hope and belief. 3, well-being. 4, self-esteem and confidence. 5, trust and confidence in the financial system. A sense of renewal and a plan for the future. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate it. This was Financial Literacy for All from John O'Brien. Later or tomorrow, I'll be reading Section IV. It's a movement, not a moment. So, yeah, I enjoyed my time with y'all. So today we got the NFL football Super Bowl. We got Russell from Vallejo, California. You know, West Coast. I'm from Cali too. And you know, to end it all, we got my Puerto Rican fam. Cause I'm half Puerto Rican, half African American. Bad Bunny performance. So y'all tune in. Thank y'all.